Continuing in the Likutay Tinyana, Torah base. We're almost at the end. Ubisha shalev b'tzara gam harei b'tzara. Now, the Rebbe is explaining that when the heart is in pain, then also the lungs are in pain or in distress. Ki harei hi kiyum haguf, because the lungs are they sustain the body. Ki harei mekayemes halecha levanom umamsheches halachluchis laguf. Because what the lungs do, one of their functions, is they sustain the white liquids in the person's body, and it draws moisture into the body. And because the body has movements that dries up the body, because movement in general dries up things. I guess, like if you want to dry out a towel, you shake it in the air and it dries up. Movement in general, when a person gets dehydrated if he does a lot of exercise. Therefore, one of the main sustenance of the body is through the heart, through the lungs. That draws liquid, that draws moisture into the body. Now, when the heart is in distress, then the blood goes up and pushes into the heart, as we explained in the beginning of the Torah. Then the heart pumps with very big strong pumps. And also the lungs are take in inhale and exhale air in very big breaths. And then the lungs get dried. And through this, the body also gets dehydrated. Now, oil, which is a cure for the heart, for the lungs, this is similar. The world seems to say, or at least in the Rebbe's time, they used to know that oil was a cure for lung problems. And the reason for this is that the oil moisturizes. And this is connected to the meaning of the Shemin that we said before in the previous year about the oil of the Chanukah, Ner Chanukah, which is B'china of Tikkun Atzara, B'china of Halacha, as we explained. ובתחילה, כשהצדיק בצער ובצער, כמה וכמה נשמה שבעולם הזה, בעולם הבא, מקוננים ומסבים הצער. When the tzaddik is in tzar, he's in suffering and in distress, then there are many neshamas in the world that, in this world and in the world to come, that suffer also and that mourn in his suffering. Gama Shechina mekonenes, and also the Shechina wails or I'm not sure what the right word is. Konenes, we say on Tisha B'av, we say kinos, not eulogies, but a certain type of speech of distress. Ki afilu al damim shel Shema Shechina mekonenes, because the Shechina. Again, the Shechina also expresses her distress even about the Rishonim, Kal v'chomer al dama shel tzadikim, and even more so on the blood of tzadikim, as the Rabbi said. But when he's zocha to refuah, then all of these neshamas, they are all consoled. V'nimshach simcha l'kulam, and they all become happy. V'bechinas v'irpa'ehu v'shalem nechumim lo u'levelov. I will heal him. There's a pasuk in Yeshaya, it says, I will heal them, and I will send them consolations to all of those who are in mourning. Sha'idei refuaso nimshach nechama l'chol avelim, and through his healing, through the healing of the tzaddik, all of nechama is sent to all of those who are in suffering, in mourning. Hainu simcha, meaning brings them happiness. V'da shemizmor l'soda hu mesugol l'makshel leilid. Now you should know that Mizmor l'soda, the Perikantilam that starts Mizmor l'soda, is a segula for a woman who's having difficulty giving birth. Dahainu lomar also, meaning to say it. And in Likutay it says that saying it over and over again. Apparently, if a person's wife or if a person knows somebody that's having difficulty giving birth, since saying this Mizmor l'soda over and over again it could be beneficial. Ki Mizmor l'soda Rosh Tevos, well, bechinas ein kalin shel yoleda shetzvakas kodem haleda, because Mizmor l'soda is Rosh Tevos mem lamed, which is gematria, which is the bechina of ein, which is 70, which is a bechina of the 70 cries that a woman who's giving birth screams out before she actually gives birth. Kamuva, as it says, as is brought down in the Zohar. The Zohar says that a woman, before she gives birth, she cries out 70 times. And this Mal, Mizmor l'soda, the Rosh Tevos, Mem Lamed, is a remez for those 70 cries. V'yesh b'mizmor zeh kuf samech ches osios. And in this mizmor there's 168 letters. Kuf samech ches hu chesed b'atbash. And kuf samech ches is chesed in atbash. If we switch around the letters, the first letter for the last letter and the second letter for the second to last letter, if we switch it in that form, then we come out to chesed. Sha'yedei chesed b'chinas halachos ha'olada b'nakel canal. Because through the chesed, which is the b'china of halacha, then the birthing is easy, as mentioned above, as we explained in the beginning of the Torah. V'yesh mem gimel tevus b'zeh mizmor, and there are also 43 words in this chapter in Tehillim. Kikishu leiled hu aidesh yesh klipos shiomeres v'gozeres gam li gam lach lo v'chul. Now, the Rebbe here is explaining the reason why it's so difficult for women to have birth. The reason why is, he says, is that there's a klipa, there's a power of tuma that says and tries to cause this to happen. Gam li gam lach lo. Also for me and also for you, we shouldn't have. We should both lose out. This is a quote from Malachim. There's a story by King, the famous story of King Shlomo, how he had two women come to them, two zonos. One of them, they both had babies, and one of the babies died. And one woman was claiming that the one who really had the dead baby switched the dead babies in the middle of the night, to the baby in the middle of the night, and the live one was really hers. So Shlomo Melech said, no problem, let's take the live baby, we'll cut it in half. There's a Mefurish Gemara that says two people find something, two people are holding on to something, and everyone, I guess, has their hand on it. We should split it. Or in other cases where we split, we don't know what to do, we split it. So let's take the baby, we'll cut it in half, we'll give half to you and half to you. So one of the women said, it's okay, you don't need to cut the baby in half, you can give it to this other lady. I'd rather see my baby stay alive than have him be chopped in half. And the other woman said, no, also I shouldn't have it, and also you shouldn't have it, cut the baby in half. So that statement is a statement that's being said and trying to be fulfilled by this klipa, which is causing difficulty of birth. Gam li, gam lach lo. Also me, and also for you, should not have. Ki eino rotze she'yitze lavir olam, because this klipa does not want that the baby should come out into the world. V'keneged ze yesh mem gimel tevus b'zeh mizmor, keneged b'chinas gam hana. And that's why this parak in Tehillim has 43 words, and it's connected the word gam. Also for me, and also for you? No. Also is gam. Ki mizmor hazeh huskula le mekashe leilid kanal, because this mizmor, this chapter in Tehillim, is a skula for for the person, for a woman who's having difficulty giving birth, and again because it subjugates this klipa of that's trying to say gamli, gamlach lo, and also because we said before that's with the number of words. The number of words is mem gimel, which is gam, and also we said before that it's inyan of chesed because the number of letters is kuf sam ches, which in atbash, if we switch around the aleph for the taf and the base for the shin and so on, then we'll get to chesed, which is the inyan of halachos and birthing, as we explained in the beginning of the term. Okay, that's the end of Torah base and Likutay Moharan Tinyana.